Today we're going to talk about 5 tips for organizing your game room. Stay tuned.
So before we had this problem where, well, our console table was really messy because all the controllers were just randomly strewn around there. So we decided to use our 3D printer and solve that problem by making these controller holders that just nail onto the wall or screw onto the wall, and you can just nicely clip your controllers in, and yeah, keeps them all nice and organized.
Speaking of 3D printing stuff, we also 3D printed some TV remote holders, which are currently on our coffee table, but we do have a place to clean them up right there. Also, our motion controllers can hang on the wall. So you went out and you bought a retro console. Cool, right? I bought this one, for example, for 25 bucks. Not bad, eh? Now this looks really cool. But these cords, they aren't so cool. Which brings me to my next tip: hide the cords. Do you have any idea how many cords I'm hiding right now? It's a lot. I have 5 consoles, a VR, I got 2 units in the rack here, and I have a Roku. I also have a sound bar and a subwoofer and a TV. That's a lot. Everything needs 2 or 3 cords at least, sometimes more. So let's go over some of the ways I'm hiding the cords. First off, stick your cords through the wall. You can use these cable wall plates. Cut your hole in the drywall where in between 2 studs, run your cables through there. That way, you don't see any cords running up to the TV, right there. Notice how I have 0 cords running there? Another way to hide the cords is through a rack like this. See how I have a blank plate there? Well, behind this blank plate, there's a ton of cords. To keep your cords organized, you can use these zip ties. If you want to make a chase, you can put in these wire staples, or any wire staple, really. Nail them onto the back of your console, and then stick your zip tie through there, through the staple, and that way you can run chases for your cables. Keep them all orderly. If you don't want to use zip ties, you can also use Velcro. You can also cut these in half. You don't have to use the whole Velcro strip. Let me explain how I take care of like a power brick like this. So what I like to do is I like to bundle up one side, have it there, and then I'll bundle up the other side. I'll keep that bundle on the other side of the power brick, and I'll explain why in a second here. Throw a zip tie around that side as well. Now here's a pro tip. If you need to make a bigger zip tie, just put 2 zip ties together. And in this case, I'm going to use this bigger zip tie to tie everything, keep everything in one nice bundle. I got everything wrapped in a big bundle. Take some linesmen or pliers, whatever you want to call them, and just break off the ends. And now you have a little bundle to stuff in somewhere. Hide it. Much easier than dealing with a long cable that could get tangled with other cords. I have lower voltage side on one side, higher voltage on the other. That's so that I'm not inducing a higher voltage on the low voltage side, which connects to your console. It's just more likely to get the right voltage to your console. Charging cables might become messy as well. What we decided to do is just kind of wrap them all and put them in a 3D printed case. This is a Gridfinity kind of system that we're using right here. And we just stuck part of the cord up so we know what cord it is. And we also have some other accessories like this just in the bin there. We also have easy charging right there. Now, one cord I couldn't find a solution for was the headset cord. So in this case, I just wrapped it up with some Velcro and stick it under the headset there. This is tip number whatever it is. This is another pro tip. One more tip I want to talk about is having your consoles vertical. This just saves shelf space. When you want to have 5 consoles like I do here, I actually have room, believe it or not, to add some more consoles if I want. So keep them vertical. If your console doesn't stand vertically nicely on its own, you can 3D print a stand like I did here.
So how we organize our games is we have all our PlayStation games over here. We have them organized into individual consoles. So PlayStation, PS2, PS3, and PS4. And then over here we have some games on display. And then our NES, we have one of our 2 SNES games, our Wii games, our Nintendo Switch games, and some more games on display.
Thanks for watching. Hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, please share with your friends. Hit that thumbs up button, maybe. Subscribe, sure.